Welcome to another day in the Matrix. This is Waters Above Crypto. Thank you guys for the feedback yesterday on my audio. I do believe that I've fixed it, and I am working on getting a mic so that my audio levels are a little bit more clear. Also, my Cash App is now in the description box if you guys would like to support my work. Greatly appreciate it. And also, yesterday we got to 500 subs. So that was really awesome to see. You guys were really receptive to this previous video I made about the XRP price prediction and date prediction. And it was just really great to see how many people were getting in the comments section and discussing things. But let's just keep everything positive because there was some pretty negative stuff going on, and I think that just comes with the territory of people selecting cryptos and thinking that one is better than the other, or one is more or less controlled by one entity or the other. And the whole point of this is really to just open up everyone's mind and understand that what we're trying to do here is to get people to not be so cult like when it comes to these cryptos, because at the end of the day they're not really for us. Some of the best cryptos are going to be suppressed for quite a while, regardless of their use case, regardless of who they're tied to, and that's done on purpose so that retail investors get shaken out. And I believe that this is really evident in a project like XRP. So please understand that anything negative that I'm saying is actually not negativity. It's me trying to be open minded and also tell the truth, which is that all this stuff that's going on here is a little bit more cryptic and secretive than we might be under the assumption of. And it's really important to see that there's some pretty big connections here with cryptocurrencies, especially the top cryptocurrencies and the New World Order. I'll go over that a little bit more at the end of this video, but I did just want to thank you guys for all the engagement on the last video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please give this a subscription. If you're enjoying the content, give this a like, thumbs up, and share so that we could give out some more red pills. Anyways, yesterday Bitcoin hit a new all-time high, hit around the $61,800 level on the Coinbase chart. And yep, really interesting how they pumped this up moving into Pi Day. And that's what today is. The date being 3.14, Pi being a very important number, and it does tie into Gematria. So I will be doing a video for that on my private mastermind content. And also another thing that I'll be doing on my next video for Mastermind will be about an altcoin that I am buying. So I'm in my final accumulations on some specific altcoins that I believe are going to skyrocket. One in particular I'm going to go over in the mastermind. So if you guys are interested in that, I have my email down in the comments section. It'll be in the pinned comment and also in the description box. And I'm selling my course as a lifetime access, and I'm also offering mentoring for a couple of I only have a couple spots left for that because I've been getting a lot of interest in it. So if you guys want to contact me to get in on that, let me know. So Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. I was making videos in the mastermind probably somewhere around the January, February level, discussing this idea that Bitcoin would probably hit 63K moving into April. And the reason for the 63 was because Bitcoin equals 36 in Gematria in one of the ciphers, and these ciphers work in both ways. And the reason for that, and this is to clarify previous videos that I've made and comments that I've got about this, is the reason why the numbers work both ways is because everything is mirrored in the universe. It's an as above, so below. So when you see 25s everywhere and then you see 52s everywhere, you need to make a connection to all of them. And typically those connections come back to astrology. Astrology is really important in all of this. And it's not because I think it's important, it's because the elites who rule this world with their code of using Gematria numerology, etc., and the periodic table and tarot. And there's so many things that get into this. So, of course, I try to keep that more advanced stuff on my mastermind. These videos are just entertainment, education to get people to be aware of the truth, what's going on here. But trust me, if you're feeling skeptic, skepticism, that's totally understood. Like, I get it. We've all been there. And this isn't me saying that this is 100% foolproof. It's just about being open minded and not just watching these hype boys on YouTube talk about, with their O face in the thumbnail and all that shit. We're trying to be conscious here. We're trying to get people to not only think about price action and simple technical analysis, we're trying to include some of the most fundamental basic reasons that changes human emotion, being moon cycles, astrology in general, chemistry, all sorts of things. And those things change human behavior. And why do you think price goes up or down? Because of fear and greed. So if we have the most crime committed on a full moon, why do you think that's happening? So go back and look at every full moon and then look at the price charts and you'll see that there's a correlation. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but just know that there's more to this than just technical analysis. And I believe that that is one of the things that we're cracking the code of here on this channel. So new all-time high on Bitcoin, super exciting. Another thing we're getting is XRP is absolutely coiling up. I was discussing this in my mastermind video I made yesterday. We did some TA on it. Here's a little sneak peek of one of the charts that we were looking at, hitting it from multiple angles. We discussed this little box territory in one of the YouTube videos, discussing the short-term breakout that we're expecting, bullish. I gave the prediction yesterday discussing that I believe we will see a new all-time high on XRP if it can close a daily above $1 and then back test 70 cents as a new support. If it could flip 70 cents as a support and then start having daily closes above $1, this thing can skyrocket all the way to $3 in a couple days. But I don't really see that happening until around the winter time of 2022. And I gave all the reasoning in my mastermind as to why that that makes sense from a technical level, not just with the YouTube video yesterday where we were discussing it from a Gematria or using numerology perspective. And one of the things I was thinking about, to just give a little quick decode, was this idea that this first price swing up happened for XRP because of the, let me hide everything real quick. This price swing up happening because of Flare and the Flare network. So I thought to myself, let me give a little bonus for this video, not get too deep, but go into Flare and do a little bit of coding on that. So what I have here, very simply, just put in Flare, and the first thing we get is 42. And now remember, in the previous videos, I was showing you that 42 is a very important number because it has the tie to Jesuit. Now, if anyone is watching this and then they're trying to say that I'm just blaming the Jesuits or something, like, you really need to go back and watch a couple more videos to understand that this is a holistic outlook. It's not just the Jesuits. I mean, of course, they play a huge role in it, but the Vatican, through Rome, Vatican City, Washington, D.C., and the City of London, using Switzerland as a huge part of this also. And this is all from them confiscating all the wealth from Babylon and basically parasiting the entire universe with a one world system, albeit law or the courts or a language or a military or a money. Okay? So this is very, very holistic. This isn't me just talking about your local, Jesuit college. It's bigger than that, okay? Anyways, to get back on track, Flare with the 42, Jesuit with the 42, an immediate connection. I'm just going to reload this and get into a couple more things. So another thing we have is the Flare network. And one of the things that we're getting with Flare network is the 68, which has the tie back to Ripple of 86. Okay, so like I was saying, as above, so below. These numbers mirror each other. So it's important to consider that because this was the tie that we're getting with Flare network and XRP. Okay, so another thing that we're getting is XRP equaling 58 and Flare network equaling 58. So we have a tie not only with Ripple but also with XRP and excuse me, XRP and Ripple back into the Flare network. So another thing about Flare network that a lot of people I don't think realize, and this is kind of like the secret of it all, is the connection to SOFR and Ameribor. If you're not aware of LIBOR, LIBOR was the previous system basically being the lending and borrowing for the stocks on a global level. So it was, what is it, London Interbanking something. This was the previous system, that the London Interbank Offered Rate is an interest rate average calculated from estimates submitted by leading banks in London. But a basic way of making this not sound super complicated was, let's just say you had 100,000 shares of Google and you wanted to have an opportunity to borrow against your shares of Google. What you would do is you would go to LIBOR and they would offer you fiat cash with a very low interest rate, almost 0% coupon, up to 10 years or longer in some circumstances, and they would hold your shares as collateral. Okay? That was basically the service they were giving. So this allows even more funny money to be part of the game, and it allows people to really scale up at the higher levels. So what replaced LIBOR sometime back, I think it was early fall or in late summer, was SOFR. Okay, and I'll do deep dive videos into SOFR and Ameribor in my mastermind sometime next week, just to clarify the deep information of it all. So right away when we're typing in SOFR, we see immediate results with these ciphers. SOFR 58, XRP 58, 22, 22, 23, and 23. I don't think that this is a coincidence, okay? This is telling me something because I've had this idea for a while now in educating myself on XRP and Ripple of this concept of tokenization of the stock market, okay? And because Ripple is providing the on-demand liquidity service, XRP being somewhat the stable coin liaison between proving transactions to have value on the other end of the transaction. Again, if you don't know about this, please do your own research. But with that being said, this new system of SOFR and Ameribor taking over for LIBOR, having an unsecured and secured lending rate, also the tokenization of the stock market. I believe XRP with the Flare network and with a couple of other things going on, such as Ethereum, when they get their shit together, will all be to make this new system transfer to the new system. So again, we need all of these things in place before something like, this crazy XRP price prediction people have, for those things to come to fruition. So again, SOFR and XRP matching on 3 of 4 ciphers. I'll leave it at that, and I'll make a deep dive video into some of this stuff, including Flare, in future videos. So again, just a quick recap. It's not just the Jesuits. You have Rome through the Vatican, which ties into the Pope. You have the City of London, and you have Washington, D.C. And then another is Switzerland, Now, you hear about all this stuff about how people hide all their money in Switzerland, or like they're the richest country and they have no banking laws, so a lot of people do this or that. Okay. So, Switzerland is really important because it's the headquarter. It also bears the headquarters of many, many, many important places that essentially prove that there is already a globalist takeover of the world. One being the World Economic Forum. But one of the subsidiaries of the World Economic Forum is the United Nations. Okay? So I went to the United Nations page, and they have, you know, it's just so bad. All of this stuff. I mean, first of all, their logo, just go look at their logo. Like, you could sum it up like that. But let's quickly do a decode on what I'm seeing here, okay? Health, hashtag only together, supports global V-word equity call. And then one of the things that stood out for me was the 2.5 million around the world have perished from the C scam. And then I see this other word, COVAX. I'll try not to, I don't know what I can get away with here, but we'll try it out. So what I'm going to do is quickly just go into, remember, 25, that's the number we're keeping in mind, 25. Okay, so we're going to type this word in, and what do we get? 25. Now another thing we're going to type in is this hashtag, only together. Let's just copy it so we could show. And we're getting the as above, so below. 2552 in the same column. And, what else has 25 and 65 in it? Because we're getting 65 and 65 as well. So we have two matches. Let's try this. We got death, because there was 2.5 million deaths. And we also have some other things with 25, such as the Vatican. And then we have the person who runs the Vatican, who is the Pope. And what is this Pope that we have? Papa Francesco. He is a member of the Society of Jesus, which is how they write their name when they abbreviate it. 25. And if you don't believe me, just go to Society of Jesus, and then you can go to their Wikipedia, or you could just see it right there, abbreviation SJ, right? Top, SJ. It's like their ticker symbol. Okay, so we're seeing a huge connection between this 25. I have so many more that I can match together. It's amazing. Also, we have 52 with the Pope, and to get only together 52. This is great. They make it too easy for us. So, big connection here. Again, I think if you guys aren't aware that the current Pope is a Jesuit, yep, you have to see Pope Francis Bergoglio. He became a Jesuit on March 12th in 1960. Wow. So March 12th just passed a couple days ago. Probably very ritualistic that he became a Jesuit on that day. I wonder if where his name fits into Bergoglio. It's hilarious. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll do a deep dive into him another day. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Feel free to subscribe if you like this content. If you're interested in the mastermind, I have all that information in the description box. Cash App in the description box if you guys want to support my work. Enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.